welcome back. Today we are going to be starting Snapdragon. It's not even Christmas yet, but that's okay. I don't have anything to do. Might as well start some seeds, see where they go. I think I'm going to start at least 4 varieties, maybe a couple more depending on how much space I have. I do have an area outside that I would like to put them in raised beds. I'll probably do that after I pinch them, so let them grow, I think 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. Pinch them back, and then once they start getting a little bit too big, I'll plant them out because they can take a cold, and if anything, I'll just put a frost blanket over them. Thank you. I do have a lot of Snapdragons out already. I started them as cold hardy annuals, and I planted them out and sitting outside for probably a little over a month, almost 2 months, and then I grew them about a month or 2 before that, so they were nice little seedlings when they went out. Varieties I'm growing today: the Potomac Orange, Potomac Yellow, Potomac Apple Blossom, and Potomac Lavender. And then the extras I have: Adam Butterfly, this is just a mix, Rocket Mix, and Chantilly Light Salmon. So I'll probably plant some of those depending on space. I think I'm just gonna be doing 2 trays of 72, and I'll try, the seeds are really tiny, I'll try to keep 1 seed in each tray. Some of them might end up with a couple, which is fine. I can always separate them out. I think at least 36. So that would be 36 of each of them. Maybe I'll need another seed tray. I don't know. Step to mixing up: soil, hot water, like I said, trays, gloves, and a bucket to mix it in. We're gonna add our hot water and our dirt. Oh, I've actually never grown Snapdragons before. One thing I've really grown are zinnias, sunflowers, cosmos. But I'm really excited for the Snapdragons because, like I said, you can pinch them back, and instead of 1 stem, you can have multiple stems, and just cutting them. Some of them are more like better for spring and don't like the heat, and some of them can tolerate some heat. I guess I'm just gonna see how the weather is this year and what does the best. But if they start to slow down, I'll probably pull them up and plant something else in their place. I do have about 150, I think, to 200 out in my yard planted already. Most of that is under row covers and plastic. And then I do have some just under the fabric row covers. But this one will just go in my raised beds, and then if it's still pretty cold out, I'll probably just cover them with some fabric. And hopefully these will come up super early spring. The only thing I'm probably gonna have, because I'll have a lot of other flowers too spring. The only thing I'll probably have less of is filler, which I'm a little nervous for. That's why I planted. So I did plant some mint. I already started it in some bigger salad containers. I think I'll just have a problem with having too much flowers though, and not enough filler for the spring, and hopefully can correct it a little bit in the summer months. So I'm making this soil moist but not soggy. Step out a little bit at a time. And also, not ready for winter. It's barely begun, and I'm ignoring the fact that it's here by planting seeds. Winter means that my plants outside that need the cold will get that cold and come up big and beautiful. I'm really excited for the ranunculus and the anemones. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna put them in seed trays. We're gonna get some bottom. I'm actually gonna get the bottom trays. I forgot I have a couple. That way I don't get a bunch of dirt that falls through the holes. And then I can, when I water it, it'll catch the water. Another reason, well, I guess one of the reasons I got more seeds is because I saw the Potomac variety, and I really liked it. They were out of the mix, otherwise I would have just got that. But I picked my favorite colors that I wanted, which were mainly the apple blossom and the lavender. But then I figured I should get, some other variety colors besides like purpley pinks. So that's why I got the orange and then the yellow. yellow because I felt like I didn't have too much yellow stuff. I know a lot of people like that color, so I thought it would be a nice little variety to get. And I'm also hoping, the other reason I got more seeds is because I wanted a more like succession sow too, and I wanted to see what varieties did better for me, so that's why there's so many different varieties. Because I have outside a lot of chantilly, the chantilly, Madam Butterfly, and Rocket Mix, so this is the one I haven't done yet. So we'll see if it works out as more of a succession. That way I don't have a bunch of Snapdragons all at once. Like I said, I won't be mad. I would be mad to have all the flowers for myself, but right, I'm gonna finish filling this one up and I'm gonna fill the second one up. Be back. Oh, so dirty. And just like that, we filled our 72 cell seed trays. If only it can go fast like that in real life. Alright. I had to pause because I needed to clean up a little bit. It was getting a little too dirty. But now we are gonna plant some seeds. Alright, hopefully you don't find this too boring. I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's weird to listen to me talk. Usually I listen to podcasts or some music, so now it's just my voice talking to myself. I did want to show you. Look at saved. I haven't saved zinnia seeds. I bought a lot for next year, but I wanted to try growing my own zinnia seeds. I did a mix from Baker Creek, and one came up that was a cactus one. It was this really deep purple color. I saved the seed head. I didn't know if it was ready, but the petals, when you pull them out, they have the seeds at the end of it. So I think this is what I'll do later tonight when I get bored. Excited, gonna save some zinnia seeds. I did buy a cactus mix. I want to see if the cactus mix seeds, if you save them, they'll still come up as cactuses, or if they'll revert to the single petals like how some of the doubles do. And then I was also looking at my straw flower, which I didn't dry it straight, so it's kind of crooked, but if I would ever want to make something, I can just chop it off short and it'd be good. But I grew a lot of this. We have a white one, and then white and pink one. I grew 2 varieties and they're already outside because they can overwinter. I grew the silvery rose, which is this one, and there's another one. It had oranges in it. I'll put the name down here if I can remember. But excited for those ones. I do have some in grow bags, like where I snipped those off that are still out there. Maybe they'll overwinter and even grow more for me, and it'll be fantastic. Don't know if I have dirt on me. I don't really care. Probably do. Okay, so for sure we are gonna do some varieties of Snapdragon. I know I have 250 seeds of each of those. Potomac might be a bit crazy. If I'm extra, I'll probably try planting some in the summer inside and then planting them out for a fall. For sure, Potomac orange and Potomac yellow. Put those together. Potomac lavender. And where's this? Potomac apple blossom. Now it's gonna do 3 of each, so that would be 36. But if I do have some extra, should I add some Madam Butterfly, Snapdragon, and Chantilly? Cinnamon Chantilly and a Rocket Mix? I should just plant all the Potomac. I think I'll plant these ones. That'd be great. I don't have a toothpick. I know some people just like lick a toothpick and stick it out. I'd have to do that like 140 times. So we're just gonna try our best. I do have like a little seed circle where you could put it down. I did that last time and I still ended up with like 3 or 4 in them. And I did the smallest settings for starting off with the yellow. 250 seeds and I'm only starting like 36. I'm sure a couple extra will be in, so it'll probably be like 50 of each, but for sure I have to start some of the fall. Oh, does that look like 250? It's in there. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me double check how to plant these. So I made sure, even though I like mixed up the soil with water before putting it in the trays, like I made sure after I did that, I still went over with water to make sure the soil was extra soaked, because I'm not going to water these until they start to sprout. I'm going to make sure to put plastic over it. You can also do a dome, but plastic was cheaper, and then I can still reuse it. Just try to make sure it's not touching, so that way it doesn't, the seeds don't stick to it. I'm going to surface sow them because they need light for germination. It does say a layer of fine vermiculite will help maintain moisture levels and prevent algae growth. I don't have any vermiculite. I'm not too worried because my other ones did so well when they started. Just double checking. Yellow, yellow. Okay. I'll just do a little at a time. Don't want to drop them. Just leave it there. So at least one per cell. I have so many, I might as well go back and add a couple more. And I can always like separate them out when I'm planting. Can't tell if one dropped. Okay. Do you guys have any Snapdragons that you planted? I know some people, they say that's like one of the first things like their grandmother or their mother grew were Snapdragons, and one of the flowers they remember. I don't know. My mom never really grew anything, so sometimes I remember trying peanuts once. I just harvested, there's like one little peanut in the ground. Okay, I gotta remember where I planted it last. My favorite part is seed starting, because then you can watch it grow slowly. I know it takes forever, but it's the fun part, and I love harvesting. Oh my gosh, I look like such a dork when I do it, because I'm like, look at all the flowers. Oh my gosh, everybody's just like, yeah, flowers, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Flowers. I grew these. This is great. One thing that I wasn't super fond of was planting seeds directly out into the yard, which I thought it would be easier, you know, just throw them out. But I find transplanting way easier. I don't know why, and I just use like a knife to separate them all out, but yeah, I just found it way easier and I enjoyed it more. I'm gonna throw a few more in around the edges in case some don't germinate well. I can make sure I move them around. I know I'm not gonna thin them out. I'm not gonna thin them out. Or are we kidding? If I try and thin them out, I'll just put like the extra in their own little seed cells, because I can't just like not let a plant live unless I accidentally forget to water it and it dries out too much and dies on my own neglect. Otherwise, if it lives, it must like me. It must be able to handle the amount of nurturing I give. Are you done hearing me ramble? And then next we got the orange. I wish these had pictures on it. That'd be so much funner to show you. These, you just gotta imagine. I guess you just gotta Google it if you're that interested in it. Or just watch. Who knows, in 4 months I'll be able to show you. You can always do what I do when I watch videos. ×2 speed. You can watch so much more videos and learn so much more information. My sister messaged me and she said my niece was able to do that while she was in class. She's like, why is your teacher talking so fast? Oh, I put her at ×2 speed so she'd finish up faster. I'm like, I don't know if she learned that from me, but that's pretty smart. And it's so weird like editing YouTube videos, because it's like, oh my gosh, this is so slow, because I'm used to it being like talking so fast. Maybe that's a bad tip. I'm sorry. Either changed your life or ruined it. I think I got a little extra. I was nostalgical. On this one, I got a little extra in some of them. Okay, one more. Nope, looks like we're gonna do 2 more. So much more seeds. That'd be nuts if I could start them all out. I think I'm just gonna listen to my new favorite podcast right now, Radio Rental. I'm gonna do the same exact thing for the apple blossom, because Google that picture, I swear. You won't regret it. Actually, you might, because then you buy a bunch of seeds. Apple Blossom and Lavender are my next ones. Take you back and show me covering them and putting them under the loop. That radio rental podcast, man. It's for real. I might need to buy more lights. It'll be okay. Maybe I'll wait a little. Oh my god, I do have dirt on my face. Why didn't you tell me? It's okay. Alright, we got the mint up top. And we have our heat mats, Snapdragons in plastic. And then our eucalyptus under there.